This week we have a bunch of new aircraft announcements and some big airport releases, as well as all the details about the next world update, the next sim update 16, and plus all the latest release and previews news. So let's jump straight into the video. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, Just Flight have dropped another development update for its up-and-coming RJ Professional. In this update, the team highlights some of the brand new features that will be included with the release of the EFB with the RJ. The main addition that we will see with the RJ EFB compared to the other tablets that have been with the other releases is the addition to Navigraph charts. Now, when opening the chart app, there will be options to display airport charts and en route charts. The en route chart page will have 4 options that can be toggled between high IFR, low IFR, VFR, and world map. When it comes to non-Navigraph subscribers, traditional map app will remain, so you can still use that one. On the airport chart page, you'll be able to draw on the chart map to help you remember those complex text instructions. In addition to all of these, the RJ Professional will still feature many of the other customization and options that we're known to love from the Just Flight products, as well as there'll be additional quality of life features. Just Flight mentioned in the update, although they will be releasing these new FB features with the RJ, the team will be integrating them into all the other Microsoft Flight Simulator Just Flight products free of charge. No mention from the Just Flight team on the release date, but of course we will keep you posted. Moving over to PMDG, who released their long-awaited 777 a short while ago. The team has just submitted the 777-300ER to the InSims marketplace for approval process and estimates the process will take about 2 to 4 weeks. PMDG have submitted the marketplace release for both PC and Xbox, which is a much less of a waiting time for console simmers than what we had with the 737. The next aircraft the team are focusing on is the 777F. Robert, the CEO of PMG, mentions they are in the process of setting up the 777F to go in its beta testing. Robert mentions and he anticipates that the beta testing for the 777F should be a pretty quick process. PMDG also has an internal discussion at the moment on whether they will do the 777L or the 777-200ER after the 777F has released. The team also confirmed back in January they have started the work on their flagship Boeing, which is the Boeing 747, and they are excited about the progress of the 747 has made in the last 6 months. However, Robert mentioned it will be a while before we'll see or hear any development updates for the Boeing 747. BT Studios have announced this week they are bringing Trains to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Their version of Trains will focus on North America and is expected to release for both Xbox and PC in the InSim marketplace within the next 30 days. The team is using the latest data, and the North American edition will feature over 100,000 miles of track across the USA. Trees and other obstacles have been cleared in front of the tracks, allowing a variety of trains to navigate the tracks. BT Studios have mentioned they are conscious of performance, and with this add-on, they said the models are simple and the logic of driving the trains is pretty fast. Expect Amtrak trains on every route where Amtrak serves and Class 1 freight trains on all the main lines. There will be also a number of different cars, boxcars, hoppers, and tanks cars on other trains around the network. Developer RSAMS has announced their up-and-coming release of the Tecna P2008J for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This will be the third aircraft from the team, previously releasing the other Tecnans, which was the P210 and the P92. The team has mentioned they have been using detailed information of the official manuals when it comes to the aircraft. The cockpit will be configured with 2 Garmin G3Xs, which will provide both the PDF and also the MDF alongside a bunch of backup steam gauges. RSM has mentioned all the switches, levers and knobs are fully functional and animated. The development team for the Tecna P2008J is set to move to its beta version any day now, and for the moment there is no estimate ETA for a release, but we will keep you updated on this one, of course. Aerial Simulations announced this week they are in development with a Boeing 707. We currently have the Aeroplane Heaven partnership version with a Microsoft Flight Simulator nearing its release, but now this announcement of a second Boeing 707 is in development. If you're not familiar with the team, Aerial Simulations brought us the Lockheed F117 Nighthawk in 2022, and since then they have been a little silent on what the next project will be until now. The team mentions over on their Discord this week they've been working on the Boeing 707 for almost a year now. And while still a work in progress, the team released a couple of in-progress render shots of the 707. The initial release will be two variants of the 707, which will include the 707 320B Advanced and the 707 320C. These versions are more of the later versions of the 707 family, which offers increased range and payload. The team mentions they plan to expand the 707 family in the future, covering a range of both civilian and military options. No other information from Aerial Simulations at this point other than a few renders provided. Of course, we will keep you up to date with any progress from the team. Allbacks this week have announced its next release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is a Global Trees HD. Global Trees HD is designed and completely replaces all standard Global Trees HD is designed to completely replace all standards of vegetation with high quality versions. The developer behind the package is Dimitro, and they have designed each biome with its own unique vegetation. The package will also modify biomes, making them more vibrant, diverse, and high quality. Global Trees HD adds the ability to change vegetation seasons. There is no confirmation date when we'll see this released, but knowing Orbex, by the time you watch this video, it's probably been released. I normally have something creative to say to entice you to subscribe to the channel, but this week I couldn't really think of anything, so we're going to sit here in some awkward silence until you hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for your support. Taxiing over to this week's release news in our first release for the week, and this one is from FSDG, who released a big bundle pack of the Maldives. The Maldives are found in the Indian Ocean south of Sri Lanka, and the Maldives is the smallest country in Asia with a population of only 500,000+ people. It's the second least populated country in Asia. The Maldives are known for their magical tropical islands, picturesque beaches, and a great climate all year round. FSDG's version of the Maldives includes the full North Mali Atoll and the South Mali Atoll. Accurate detailed rendition of the Valana International Airport, detailed seaplane base, new terminals that are still under construction, all island luxury resorts including some that are still under construction, detailed modeled water villas and bungalows, ultra realistic reef waters, several seaplane docks, and you can pick up your copy of FSDG's Maldives from the Sim Market store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Paraguay has released its very anticipated Edinburgh Airport version 2. The team has been in development with this one for some time now, and now it is released. Edinburgh International Airport is the busiest airport in Scotland and the 6th busiest airport in the United Kingdom. Many airliners fly in and out of Edinburgh, including Ryanair, EasyJet, Delta Airlines, British Airways, Emirates, and United Airlines, just to mention a few. This new version of Edinburgh comes with the latest satellite imaging, bespoke terrain elevation, and custom ground polys. If you are looking for a detailed airport, you will find it in all areas with this release. Features include a 2024 current layout of the airport, detailed night lighting, a bunch of surrounding areas have been included such as FedEx and Royal Mail cargo facilities, Edinburgh Convention Centre, and many more. Custom aesthetic GSE vehicles, dynamic gate doors with VDGS, GSX profiles included. You can pick up your copy of Paraguay's Edinburgh Airport version 2 at the Contrail store for a special limited half price launch price. Links in the description below. Field Air have released its next airport. The team have delivered Denver for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Denver is the second largest airport in the Western Hemisphere by land and has the longest public runway in North America and the 7th longest runway in the world. Denver has 25 different airlines that provide non-stop flights to over 200 215 countries and is a hub for many airlines such as Denver Air Connections, Southern Airways Express, United Airlines, just to mention a few. Features include with the Feel There release is fully up-to-date models of the Denver International Airport, over 100 highly detailed buildings with PBR textures, modeled terminal interiors, complete modeling, ground poly including realistic decals, dirt and taxi lines and surfaces, real-world elevation and runway slopes, custom animated jetways, updated taxi signs with lighting, improved taxiways and runway approach lightings including hand-placed taxi lights. Multiple objects and clutters are placed all over the airport. You can pick up your copy of Feel There Denver from the Just Flight store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Lining up on the runway for this week's sim update news. This week we were treated to a new development live stream. The Microsoft and the Cyber team discussed all things Sim Update 16, World Update 17, Famous Flyer, and a little about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 development. We covered all of this in a in-depth video earlier this week. If you'd like to check out that video, I will leave a clickable at the end of this one as well as in the description below. When it comes to Sim Update 16, the team doesn't have an exact date for its release. They are relying on Microsoft themselves to provide some support to the new GDK, which is the main focus for the Sim Update. Moving over to the Boeing 707 that has been delayed with no ETA. This is due to the fidelity of the aircraft is not up to scratch, and Microsoft has given Airplane Heaven some more time to improve it. World Update 17 now has been announced, which will include the United Kingdom and Ireland, with Wales, Isle Man and Gibraltar included also. This World Update will include all new DEM, which is a big upgrade to Ireland and Scotland in particular, and the new DEM resolution in those areas was quite low previously. Gaia simulations have created all the points of interest, and we believe some of the handcrafted airports. World Update 17 will include a bunch of city updates, some of those which were mentioned on the development live stream, such as Glasgow, Edinburgh, Cardiff, London, Bristol, Leeds, Bradford, Sutherland, Liverpool, Newcastle and Brighton. The handcrafted airports that were mentioned are Cork, Sunborough, Cardiff, London Stansted and Farnborough. This one has been developed with any builds and will show the air show configuration during the days of when the Farnborough air show is on, and the other days back to the original format. World Update 17 is due to release sometime next week alongside a new local legend aircraft developed by, you guessed it, Any Builds. Due to licensing not being finalized, the actual aircraft hasn't been announced yet, but they did mention it will be a helicopter. Moving over to this week's backlog list for the in-sim marketplace approvals, we've seen a reduction of the backlog by 30 week on week. Aircraft have been increased 12 to 33, missions are down by 10, sceneries are up by 5, liveries are down by 4, airports are down by 28, and others are down by 5. Moving over to this week's in-sim marketplace updates, we received a double release again this week. On Monday we saw 20 new products, 15 of these available for PC and 5 of these available for Xbox. If you liked liveries and airports, this update was for you, with 3 livery packs, 13 airports and no aircraft. Moving over to Thursday's update, which included 67 new products, 27 were available for PC and 40 of these were available for Xbox. Again, no aircraft releases for the week. The update included 7 livery packs, 8 mission packs, 2 scenery packs and 22 airports. As well as creating videos each week, we also multi-stream over on YouTube and Twitch about 5 times a week. So feel free to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and follow us on Twitch so you know when our next stream goes live, and come along and fly with us and say hello. We'd love to see you there, and we will see you in another stream or video sometime soon.